Hello, my name is Clyza and I'm a Dream Team volunteer, and for today's CLTV video, I'll be doing a craft with you and we will be drawing Bluey, and I'll be teaching you step by step how to draw your own Bluey. In case you don't have a Bluey coloring book, you can draw a Bluey like this and then use other craft materials you have to color it in. So stay tuned as I'm going to teach you how to draw this drawing of Bluey. Okay, so we'll get started. So we're going to be drawing this Bluey picture right here, or at least something similar to it. We'll see what we can do. And so for this craft, you'll just need a piece of paper and a writing utensil. So a pencil, pen, crayon, marker, anything that you desire. I will be using a marker. And yeah, so you can see me over here. And then you also have an aerial view of my paper on the side as well. So the way I like to start drawing Bluey is first drawing her eyes, and her eyes are just basically gonna be two circles. So you're gonna draw Bluey's pupil first, and we're gonna start with one eye first. So you're gonna draw one little pupil right here, and the pupil is the smaller circle, and then we can fill that in. And then you're gonna draw another circle around that circle, or more of an oval actually. So I'm gonna draw a bigger one right above it, or right on top of it, and like that. So we have one Bluey eye, and then we're not gonna start with the next eye, we're actually gonna draw Bluey's nose next. So Bluey's nose kind of starts at the center of the eye, and then projects out, and then around in a rectangular kind of form. So we're gonna start at the middle of the eye, and then draw out, and then curve down to make a little rectangle. We're gonna make the rectangle and we'll stop right there. So here's Bluey's nose, but it doesn't really look like a nose yet since we have to add the kind of the Bluey snout. So you're gonna make a triangle, a rounded triangle at the corner of this rectangle. So we're gonna just make that rounded triangle right here, as you can see. And something fun about art and 2D art is that you can create dimension and highlights. So I'm actually gonna draw a little oval right above here, but I'm not gonna fill it in. So then I can make it look like a little highlight. So then I'll just fill in everywhere around that triangle to give Bluey's snout a bit of a highlight. Awesome. So we have Bluey's nose. Yay! So next we can get started on Bluey's second eye, and it's gonna start kind of behind the nose. So we can start maybe around here, and then match the height of the other eye, and then curve around. And then now we have Bluey's second eye, and then her other pupil, again, just match that over here. Perfect! This is already starting to look like Bluey. So next we can get started on Bluey's little smile. So it kind of continues from the bottom of the nose, and we're just gonna make a little smile, just like that. Kind of just making a curve from that rectangle nose. And then that way we can add some of Bluey's teeth. Just a little wavy pattern, just like that. And then a tongue, because Bluey has a tongue, just like other dogs. So I'm gonna fill that in, and now we have Bluey's tongue, and just close off this mouth part to indicate that it's a mouth. So now we have Bluey's mouth. And now we can get started on some other features. So Bluey does have some eyebrows. We can make them look like this, and we're kind of gonna be drawing something similar to a bean. So to me, that looks like a lima bean. It could be a kidney bean, whatever bean you like. And we're gonna make that on the other side as well. Perfect. So now Bluey has two eyebrows, two beans, and then we can make Bluey's other parts of the body. So the top of Bluey's head kind of is right here at the eyebrows, and then from there we can draw Bluey's ears, which are 2 large triangles right above the eyebrows. We'll do that, and then we'll do that, and it's just like a slant, and then that way we're able to draw the other part of the slant right here. And I'm just ending that slant a little away from the eyebrows. So then, something unique about Bluey's body is that she's actually rectangular. So we're gonna make a rounded rectangle all around here to make Bluey's body. So we can just go down straight, curve it a little bit, and then we're gonna go down straight from this ear again, and then curve it a little bit, and boom, you have Bluey's body. And then we can add some more Bluey's features. So she does have a spot right here that we can indicate, and then also another spot on the other side. So something interesting about a lot of animals is that you'll notice that they have features that are even on both sides, and you can see that on yourself as well. You have 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 sides of your mouth that make them even. So we're gonna do the same for Bluey. And then Bluey does have a spot on her belly, like so, that looks like a half circle or a half oval right there. And then we're almost done. So we're gonna add the lighter parts of Bluey's ears right above the eyebrows, just like that. And then again, do the same on the other side, just another triangle. Perfect. And then now we can just start with Bluey's arms and legs, and then lastly the tail. But her arms kind of curve out right here, and then we're just gonna make another line here. And then Bluey does have a paw, but it kind of looks like it has 4 fingers, but 4 little petals, as I'd like to describe it. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then a little bump right there, and then a line right here. And then we're gonna do the same on the other side. So a little curved line right here, line underneath that, and then again, 4 bumps, 4 petals, 4 fingers on her paw. And we're just gonna do 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then make a separation line right here, since they're different colors technically. And then a little bump right there. And then we can just do Bluey's feet. So Bluey's feet kind of look like this. A little J, and then a straight line, and then I'm just gonna continue with the feet, and then just 2 little lines to indicate that they're kind of like paws. And then I like to do this since Bluey's feet are a little on the lighter side compared to the leg, and then it kind of looks like Bluey has some socks. And then we're just gonna do the same on the other side, a little J shape, and then a straight line right here, and then a little curve just like that. Give Bluey some socks, and then make the paws. And there, we just drew Bluey, and then something fun you can do is color it in. So Bluey's belly is a bit of a lighter blue, and then the rest of Bluey's body is kind of a medium tone blue, and then Bluey's spots and ears are kind of a darker blue. Oh, and we almost forgot Bluey's tail. So I like to describe Bluey's tail as kind of being the blast of a spaceship, kind of just like that smoke that you imagine. So we're just gonna make that little smoke, woo! Okay, and then make that look like it has a sock. And there's Bluey's tail, and we can also fill that in if we want to, since it's on the darker side. And then we're almost there. Perfect. So there you have Bluey, and then you can use a crayon, color pencil, other art material you have to color her in, but make sure, always important, to sign your art. So I'm gonna sign mine right here on this bottom right corner. So my name is Clyza, and I'll just put happy face because I'm happy. So there's Bluey. So thank you for watching, and maybe we'll see you in the future for some more cartoon drawing tutorials.